Hi beautiful, welcome back to another video. If you are new, please subscribe and join the Alita family. Thank you so much for taking the time to click on this video, and let's get into it. So I start by pushing the cuticle back. You guys, this video is special because my handsome client came to me and said, I have a problem with picking at my nails and I need help. So you're going to sit down in my chair, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to provide a service to our men that need help with either bitten nails, or they have, a problem with picking at them and they just can't seem to leave their nails alone so that their hands look beautiful. It's going to allow them to have some protection on their natural nail, and it's going to look very natural. You could just go to work and go about your day and just feel amazing. Okay, his cuticle was really bad. I don't normally use a nipper, but in this case I did nip off some of the excess, and then I do go in with a ballpoint cuticle bit to get rid of the rest. And so as you can see, even after all these years, I am still uncomfortable with the nipper because I do not like to use it. I'm always afraid of nipping my clients, okay? You can skip this step and then move on to the next step. Like I said, his cuticle was pretty bad. I wanted to get rid of that dead skin that I knew I could just nip off and it'd be easy, and it wasn't so close to his live skin. All right, moving on to the next step, I'm going to use this cuticle bit. It has a really sharp point so that you can get nice and close up underneath that eponychium. It's going to allow you to lift the dead skin that's attached to the natural nail. And then after this step, we're going to go in with the ballpoint bit. I do have these prep bits listed on my Amazon storefront. The link is always in the description box. And now I'm going in with the ballpoint bit, and I'm starting off by going in a reverse direction on my e-file. I am at 4 RPMs. Depending on your e-file, your RPMs may differ, but just make sure you are testing it. You want it at almost your lowest setting, because obviously you want to be very gentle, and this is going on your client's skin, so you just want to make sure that it's at a low RPM. After this step, we are going to go in the forward direction. For whatever reason, when you do it in both directions, it works a lot better, okay, to eliminate the dead skin that's on the eponychium and around that cuticle area. So do it in both directions. Guaranteed that you get a better result. All right, so now I'm going in with the sanding band. These are by Pana. They are also listed on my Amazon storefront. This is a 180 grit sanding band, and this is what's going to seal the deal as far as eliminating shine, creating that textured surface, and getting rid of the rest of your dead skin and anything that might be attached to the nail plate, giving you a nice clean canvas so that you can get ready for acrylic application, okay? right, next up, we're going to dust away all of the debris. And now I'm going in with a lint-free wipe, and I'm going to swipe his nails with Young Nail Swipe. Young Nail Swipe, I believe, is a combination of acetone and isopropyl alcohol. It basically just cleanses and dehydrates the nails. And I am going to add a step here of dehydration with JC Beauty Concepts Dehydrator. And I'm going to dehydrate his nail plate and make sure that all of those oils are just soaked up. This is going to ensure that the acrylic adheres really well, okay? And then I'm going to go in with Young Nails Protein Bond, which is considered a primer. I know I've gotten some questions on that. And so you want to use it as your primer. It is basically your primer. And I'm going to go in. You can do 2 coats, but you want to make sure that it sets and gets that sticky layer. And then I'm going to go in with JC Beauty Concepts Clear Acrylic and JC Beauty Concepts Monomer. I do have a coupon code with them. I will leave it listed down below in the description box. And I've gotten so many questions about my Dappen dish. It's my most asked question, actually. And Liberty Girl on YouTube, she commented and basically said it is a vintage votive candle holder or tapered candle holder. And I did a little bit of research, and it is lead crystal. So that explains why originally, I remember in the beginning, I thought I had gotten it from Target, because in the past I got some candle holders that were glass and they look kind of similar. So I was tying the two together. But I was talking to my mom about it and telling her, I get a lot of questions on my Dappen dish, or what I use as a Dappen dish. And she's like, oh yeah, we got that at that one. It was like a consignment / antique shop. I saw it there and I was like, oh, that would work really nice as a Dappen dish. So I bought it, and I would get questions on it all the time. I was like, oh, where did you get it? And at first I couldn't remember. I started to say, I think it was Target, and then I got my story right. And then now, there you go. But Liberty Girl says that it's not as popular anymore, and it's not made as much anymore. But I saw that Tiffany and Company has some that are like it, and they are very expensive. So just putting that information out there because it's my most asked question. So now let's get back into the video. All right, so hopefully that wasn't too distracting and you couldn't tell what I was doing, but I'll get into explaining myself with the acrylic application, okay? First of all, you guys know I always say you angle your finger down. You don't want to flood the cuticle. And also with these beads, they're so small. And if you can tell, I am really wiping out the monomer. And these are more on the drier side because I need to have more control of the bead. And I place it close to the cuticle, but not at the cuticle area. And then I work my way around it with the tip of my brush. And then I seal the cuticle area with my brush. And you guys, if you notice, when I'm tapping, because the bead releases nice and clean, when I'm tapping my brush, I'm actually releasing monomer so that I have control. And then you see I dipped it again because I noticed, okay, my bead's getting dry and I can't move it around anymore. So I'm going to add more monomer back into it so that I can move the bead around a little bit more. And then, of course, I add more acrylic where I see fit. I do go into an explanation, which won't be a voiceover, on the thumb explaining the apex because I've gotten questions on that and I feel like it's important to talk about it for short nails. So if you are a visual learner, pay attention to how I am releasing monomer from my brush, whether it be tapping it against the Dappen dish and also tapping it against my nail towel to release monomer, and then also adding monomer so that I am in control of my bead. You'll also notice right here I release monomer up against the nail towel and then add my bead to add a missing piece. Or if you want to add to your shape, then you can eliminate the monomer by pressing it up against your nail towel before you place it, okay? If you are struggling with picking up beads and how much monomer to use and how much powder to use, then I'm going to leave the video at the end of the video for you to watch. It is how to pick up the perfect bead or something like that. It's very helpful. I've gotten a lot of good feedback on it. I said that in my last video, so I'm going to leave it at the end of the video so you can click on it and watch it, or you can go search for it now, watch it, and then come back and watch this video. I'm gonna explain something. So when you have a very short nail like this, extremely short, like there's no free edge, it's just right up to his skin, you're gonna add your apex right in this area. So instead of your apex going from here and then your apex being in this area, your apex is gonna be in this area. Because if we were to push down, the part that turns white is his stress area right here. So that's where I'm gonna add the extra bead. I'm gonna do this. And even though it's a really short nail, and he probably won't ding it on anything because again, there is no free edge, that's where the apex and the strength should go.
Mommy, after this, can I get some free time to crack my fingers so they don't want to crack?
Okay. All right, so now I'm going to go in with Tammy Taylor's Peel and Stick file. This one's a 100 and... is it the 180 grit? I'm not sure. It's either the 180 grit or the 100 grit. I will leave it in the description box. But you're going to go in and shape your client's nails. And this is really just preference as far as the shape. If they want it square, a little rounded, just make them look as natural as possible. And then once I'm done shaping, I will go through and file with a sanding band and perfect the shape on the surface. And then I will go in and buff with a buffer. I'm going to leave it with the matted buffed look because my handsome client did not want any shine or anything. And then at the end, I do apply some cuticle oil to put the moisture back in. And the result was beautiful. I can't wait for you to see. And his hands look amazing. And it looked so natural. I love it. And he loves it. And that's all that matters. So I hope this video was helpful. I'm going to play some music so that you guys can watch the rest of the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the description box. Hit the like button. It helps me out a lot. And like always, don't give up on learning. Trust the process. And I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.